What an introduction. Well, thank you very much, Tom. I really appreciate that. And I just also want you to know that Tom McHenry was the first Democrat that came on board when I ran for governor. He organized the whole committee and the whole group, Democrats for Schwarzenegger. So I want to thank you for this great friendship, and this is the way the Irish are. I always had a great relationship with the Irish, so thank you very much. Let's give him a big hand for this great commitment. But I have to say, on top of it, the Irish gave me a lot of votes. I got the Irish Americans and the Irish in California here, 80% of the votes from them. So this is really unbelievable. And the other 20% just never forgave me for my movie Hercules in New York. So I totally understand that. But anyway, I just want to also, there's a few other people here I want to just mention. Mayor Chuck Reed, thank you very much for being here today and for being such a great partner. Let's give him a big hand also for his great work that he's doing. Then Council General Stanton and John Harnett, the president of the Irish Technology Leadership Group, and then we have also Mayor Donahue from Salinas. Where's Mayor Donahue? Because I saw you this morning already, you must be stalking me. But anyway, thank you very much for being here. And then Carl Guardino, who is from the Silicon Valley Leadership Group. Is he here somewhere? He's supposed to be here. He's probably stuck in traffic. But then we have Mark Little. I want to thank him for doing the great emceeing job. Thank you very much for the great work that you're doing also. And I'm going to be very brief, but the one that is responsible for me being here today is, of course, Tom McHenry, who asked me, who sent me a very wonderful letter and explained to me the whole history of the Irish and the contributions they make and all the new visions that you have and what you want to accomplish here. And I have to come to this event here, so I want to say thank you very much for inviting me to be here today. First of all, let me just say that I wanted to come here because you all do business in California, but also because I love Ireland and I love the Irish. As you have heard already, that I married an Irish girl, and which was not easy in the beginning, not because you can imagine, I mean, Teddy, you know, we didn't hit it off well right off the top. I mean, maybe it had something to do with my Austrian accent, that we didn't kind of understand each other. I maybe didn't understand his accent either. But I think maybe it was the Democrat versus Republican thing or something like that, because the first thing he said to me when I met him was, it was 1977, he says, "What do you do for a living?" I say, "I'm an actor." He says, "Oh, I have seen your movies. You are no actor." I can't believe that. What kind of a greeting is that? And it started right there. It was very complicated. Then when Maria and I started going out, I remember that then she moved out to California. And so when her parents came out to visit us, we wanted to cook a dinner for them. And we decided to do a combination of Austrian cooking, a schnitzel, and corned beef and cabbage, you know, Irish, and mix it all together. But you know what you get after that? Heartburns, you know. So it was not a big hit, this meal, let me just tell you that. But anyway, it is great to be here today with all of you. And like I said, I love Ireland. My love for Ireland goes back way to the bodybuilding days, because when I was lifting and when I was competing in all the championships, the world championships, one of the places I went most frequently was Belfast. There was a guy by the name of Ivan Dumba, who was there, who was the organizer of the strongman competitions and bodybuilding competitions. And somehow that town was kind of the mecca of strongman. And so this is where I went quite frequently, and I fell in love with that place and with the country. Then, of course, later on, I did a lot of my movie promotions in Ireland and met a lot of the friends, if it's poets and writers and actors and entertainers. And of course, you have great musicians. I mean, there's so much great talent and painters and everything that is coming out of your country. This is really staggering. But the greatest experience I've ever had in Ireland, I have to tell you, was when I went over there for the International Special Olympic Games in 2003. It was just before I ran for governor. Now, I'm the international coach of Special Olympics and have been for 30 years. And so I went over there for the opening ceremony. I've never seen a Special Olympics event where people came from all over the world, thousands of athletes and thousands of parents and coaches and volunteers and everything, all coming together. And they opened up their homes with the most unbelievable hospitality. The people didn't have to stay in hotels. The athletes stayed in individuals' homes. The coaches stayed in homes. The parents stayed in homes. Everyone was just taken in with this unbelievable love and hospitality. And I have never seen the organization like this before. So it was really an extraordinary, generous thing, a great public-private partnership, and also the nonprofit sector. Everyone worked together. And I felt so good leaving this country and saying to myself, this little country that has maybe 6 million population, a little less than Austria has, but to pull off the biggest and the best games and to take care of those athletes, the Special Olympians, people that normally where there's such prejudice against them and you know, where they're dismissed as kind of second-class citizens. And what Special Olympics is all about is to make them feel equal and to get rid of the prejudice and to be inclusive and to show them love and to give them a chance to get a job and to participate in sports and equal rights and all of those kind of things. So Ireland was the ultimate of that. So I want to give all of you a great, great hand for that great, great organization.